What if a tiny nation suddenly became one of the fastest growing economies on Earth? Guyana, a country of just 800,000 people, is making history with a bold $2 billion investment, cutting energy costs in half, attracting billions in foreign capital, and positioning itself as an economic powerhouse. Some experts are calling it the next Dubai of South America. But what exactly is happening, and why is the world paying attention? Stick around as we uncover how Guyana is pulling off one of the most shocking transformations of the decade. A $2 billion project that's changing everything. Guyana, a country with just 800,000 people, has suddenly become one of the fastest growing economies in the world. But what's driving this economic explosion? A groundbreaking $2 billion gas-to-energy project that promises to revolutionize the country's energy sector. This massive initiative is set to cut electricity costs in half, fuel industrial expansion, and put Guyana firmly on the global energy map. This project is more than just an infrastructure upgrade. It's a strategic masterstroke that could position Guyana as a dominant energy player. But what exactly is being built with this $2 billion investment? How will it impact the country's future? And why is the entire world paying close attention? Let's break it all down. The Gas-to-Energy Project. At the core of this transformation is the ambitious Gas-to-Energy Project, supported by the U.S. Export-Import Bank and backed by major international energy corporations. This initiative is designed to harness the vast reserves of natural gas found offshore and channel them into a cleaner, more cost-effective power supply for the nation. How it works: natural gas extraction. Guyana's offshore oil fields are producing an abundance of natural gas, around 50 million cubic feet per day. Instead of flaring or wasting this resource, the new infrastructure will transport it directly to the mainland. Once on land, the gas will fuel a cutting-edge 300-megawatt power plant, drastically increasing the country's electricity generation capacity. This transition from heavy fuel oil to natural gas will cut electricity costs by up to 50%, making power more affordable for both businesses and households. Lower energy costs mean businesses can operate more efficiently, industries can expand, and thousands of new jobs will be created, spurring economic development. This project is a huge deal because cheap and reliable energy is the foundation of economic prosperity. Just look at China and the US. Both have leveraged affordable energy to power industrialization and technological advancements. Now, Guyana is following in their footsteps. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. The true impact of this project is even bigger than most people realize. Why this $2 billion project is a global game changer. This isn't just about lowering electricity bills. Guyana is making a strategic move that could lead to a $1 trillion future. Here's why. Number 1. Massive cost savings. With electricity bills projected to drop by 50%, both businesses and households will experience immediate financial relief. Cheaper energy will allow businesses to operate at lower costs, increasing profitability and encouraging new startups. Number 2. A clean energy revolution. Switching from heavy fuel oil to natural gas is a major win for the environment. Carbon emissions will be significantly reduced, making Guyana a leader in sustainable energy within the region. As the world moves toward greener solutions, Guyana will be at the forefront of the energy transition. Number 3. A foreign investment. Boom! The world is paying close attention to Guyana. The Gas-to-Energy project has already attracted over $15 billion in foreign investments, with major players like ExxonMobil leading the charge. As more multinational companies recognize Guyana's potential, the country will see an influx of capital, expertise, and innovation. Number 4. Explosive economic growth. Affordable energy attracts industries. With lower electricity costs, manufacturers, technology firms, and processing plants will set up operations in Guyana. This will create thousands of new jobs, raise living standards, and transform the nation into a regional economic powerhouse. Number 5. Strengthening Guyana's energy independence. For decades, Guyana has been heavily dependent on imported fossil fuels, making energy both costly and unreliable. This project changes everything. By utilizing its own natural gas reserves, Guyana will gain more control over its energy supply, making it less vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. Number 6. A model for other developing nations. Many developing countries struggle with high energy costs and unreliable power grids. Guyana's gas-to-energy project could serve as a model for similar nations looking to harness their own natural resources for sustainable development. If successful, it may inspire similar projects across Latin America, Africa, and beyond. Number 7. Infrastructure development beyond energy. A project of this scale requires massive infrastructure upgrades, including roads, pipelines, and industrial facilities. These improvements will benefit other sectors, such as transportation, agriculture, and telecommunications, creating a ripple effect of development across the country. Number 8. Strengthening regional influence. With abundant energy resources and a growing economy, Guyana could become a regional leader in energy exports. Neighboring countries facing energy shortages may turn to Guyana for supply, increasing trade opportunities and strengthening diplomatic ties. Number 9. Boosting technological advancements. A more robust energy sector means more opportunities for technological innovation. With lower electricity costs, tech startups and research institutions will have the power to develop cutting-edge solutions in fields like AI, renewable energy, and digital infrastructure. Guyana could emerge as a hub for innovation in the Caribbean. Number 10. Laying the groundwork for a sustainable future. While natural gas is a fossil fuel, it burns cleaner than oil and coal. By transitioning to gas now, Guyana is creating a bridge toward even greener energy sources like solar and wind. The revenues generated from this project can be reinvested in renewable energy initiatives, ensuring long-term sustainability. 2. Truly grasp how Guyana is financing its massive transformation. We must first explore the incredible oil boom that has reshaped the country's economic landscape. A decade ago, Guyana was barely mentioned in discussions about global oil production. In fact, the nation was not even considered an oil producer. That all changed dramatically in 2015 when American oil giant ExxonMobil made a groundbreaking discovery off Guyana's coast. That single event triggered an economic revolution, putting this small South American nation on the map as one of the world's most resource-rich countries. Today, Guyana boasts over 11.6 billion barrels of proven oil reserves, making it one of the richest oil nations per capita. To put this into perspective, that is more oil per citizen than in countries like Saudi Arabia or Kuwait. And the discoveries keep coming. The astonishing growth of Guyana's oil industry. Guyana's rapid rise as a major oil player is nothing short of extraordinary. More than 30 offshore oil discoveries have been made since 2015, with international energy giants such as ExxonMobil, Hess Corporation, and China National Offshore Oil Corporation, CNOOC, leading the charge. Oil production in Guyana has skyrocketed and is projected to reach 1.2 million barrels per day by 2027. If this happens, the country will be among the top oil producers globally, rivaling established powerhouses. Despite having just 3 offshore production sites operational, Guyana has already raked in billions in oil revenue. And this is just the beginning. The country's most ambitious oil project yet, the Yellowtail offshore development, is set to launch in 2025. This project represents one of the largest oil investments in Guyana's history and is expected to pump 250,000 barrels per day once fully operational. With additional offshore projects in the pipeline, Guyana's economic transformation is only accelerating. But what is the government doing with all this wealth? Unlike some resource-rich nations that squander their fortunes, Guyana is channeling its oil revenue into a wide array of nation-building initiatives, ensuring long-term prosperity for its citizens. Beyond oil, Guyana's strategic investments. Guyana is not making the mistake of relying solely on oil. Instead, the government is diversifying its economy, funneling billions into strategic industries and infrastructure that will sustain growth for decades to come. Number 1. Massive infrastructure upgrades. One of the most visible transformations is Guyana's rapidly evolving infrastructure, new highways and bridges. To accommodate economic expansion, Guyana is constructing modern road networks, including AAS-ET $261 million four-lane highway connecting Georgetown to the new deepwater port. This will improve trade routes and reduce transportation bottlenecks. Deepwater port development. A $300 million deepwater port is under construction to position Guyana as a major hub for international shipping, boosting exports and foreign investments. Massive. Housing expansion. With urbanization on the rise, the government is investing heavily in affordable housing projects to provide homes for thousands of families and prevent housing shortages in growing cities. Number 2, agricultural revolution and food security. Despite its booming oil sector, Guyana is not ignoring its agricultural potential. The country is investing in large-scale farming to secure food sovereignty and become a regional food powerhouse. Rice, sugar, and seafood exports are expanding, generating additional revenue streams beyond oil. The government is working on modernizing irrigation systems to improve crop yields and ensure stable food production. New policies are being introduced to attract agribusiness investors to develop large-scale commercial farming. Number 3. Embracing technology and innovation. Guyana is also making significant strides in technology and digital transformation. Plans are in place to establish tech hubs and innovation centers aimed at nurturing startups and entrepreneurs. Investment in digital infrastructure is underway to enhance internet accessibility and modernize the financial sector. The government is incentivizing green energy projects, including solar and hydroelectric developments, to reduce reliance on fossil fuels. With all these advancements, one question arises. Could Guyana become the Dubai of South America? Can Guyana become a global economic powerhouse? The numbers suggest an overwhelming yes. Guyana's economic trajectory is unlike anything seen in modern history. The statistics paint a picture of a country on the verge of an economic explosion. The IMF reported a staggering 62.3% economic growth rate in 2022, making Guyana the fastest-growing economy in the world. GDP is expected to triple within the next decade, potentially lifting Guyana from a developing